Welcome back to Factotum Life. The video that I'm bringing you today is on our 1986 Yamaha SRV, and it's video number 6 in our series. More specifically, the video that I have today is rebuilding the fuel pump, and we're going to be doing that on the bench. Now, I just want to warn you, the video that I have right now is from March of 2021. And I had fully intended on continuing this project through spring and through summer. Unfortunately, my best intentions didn't come to fruition. So I pushed it to the back of the barn, never got back to it. I do have some videos, upload them to YouTube. And then I did create a new video this past weekend working on it. Now, it's funny how a little bit of snow will ignite a fire under me. A little bit of a spoiler alert, I did get the snowmobile to run this weekend. I have some video of actually running it around the yard. So in the meantime, I'm going to get our backlog of videos made, and we'll get the new video out and hopefully continue this project.
So sitting in the basement on the computer, it seemed like a good idea at the time, but the fuel pump is original to my knowledge, and it was pretty crusty, so I thought it was a good opportunity, having everything apart, to go ahead and either replace this or rebuild it. And the replacement fuel pumps online actually don't seem that expensive. In hindsight, assuming they all work correctly the way that they're supposed to, I probably should have just bought one, because now what we're dealing with obviously is a ball of corrosion. And I have 4 studs that used to be screws that are frozen. So we're going to get out the torch, we're going to heat this up, and then see if we can remove the rest of these studs. I'm hopeful, because we do have a rebuild kit for it. I've already gone through the effort. It doesn't look too bad inside. So let's see what we can do. What I did, I dabbed the rubber grommet with some Silk Glide, just a little enough to help slide this into place. All right, we are back in business. We have new bolts, and they are stainless steel, which always helps. So what we need to do now is remember how to go back together. All right, well, we're back together. Should work. Yesterday, I worked on rebuilding our fuel pump. We accomplished that with not too much heartache. All right, so we're going to do a little highlight today on where we stand with the snowmobile. For me personally, this has been dragging out a little longer than I anticipated, but I guess, but in the meantime, I'm going to create a little bit more work for myself. I need to try to figure out a way to get the seat off without destroying it any more than it is destroyed. And what we have going on here, we have two main screws that are very rusted in. I can't really heat them because if I heat it, this is all gonna do weird stuff. So I'm at the point here where I'm gonna put a vice grip on it. We'll see if I can get it to break loose again. If I'm not able to, I'm gonna drill this out, which then would allow me to break it off, and then hopefully we can take this off. The reason why I need to take it off is that we have fuel line that is back in here. And this fuel line appears to be original. It's hard as a rock. And I really think I bought fuel lines for this about 2 or 3 years ago. Never really got around to installing it once I discovered how challenging it is. So we need to go ahead and make that a priority. As long as I have had this snowmobile, there's always been something wrong. I've never really been able to ride it without it just working. I'm making a point to get this to the point where I can just start it and take off. This is a fairly basic system. We don't have a whole lot of computer-based items on this. It's old technology. The issue with this is that it's 35 years old, so a lot of the wiring and electrical related items have just, through various heat cycles, have become compromised. But I'm confident we can get this to the point where I can pull the cord and ride it. I think it's a good snowmobile to have around the property just to burn around when there is snow. All right, broke off. Ooh. This is interesting. This has not been, this has been kept inside all the years that I've had it. But this wood has broken down quite significantly, in my opinion. I don't know. Oh, the fuel pump surprisingly, or the fuel filter looks surprisingly pretty decent. Alright, so we have some new fuel line here. The purpose of this project is to have a snowmobile that is somewhat usable around the property, that won't give us too much heartache once we get past some of these age-related issues. So I'm not going to be doing a full-out restoration on this, but at the same time, I would like to probably go through and do some things. Right off the bat, all this mud is driving me nuts. So we're going to clean this up. Just because we're not doing a restoration doesn't mean we don't want it clean. So after taking the seat off, we have a fuel tank mount here that is broken. It still sort of works. Really doesn't feel like the fuel tank's going anywhere. Looks like some stuff, either the suspension has bottomed out. Looks like some of the studs had tore a hole in the tunnel here.